It's going to be a powerhouse of wisdom, featuring interviews with thought leaders. Hello and welcome, everyone. This is Sachin welcoming you to the Sash's Corner. And we have another session coming on a podcast. I will just introduce you not more than 1 minute, but this is going to be a huge one because you will learn a lot from this particular individual. We have Sachin Kadam, who is a stem cell expert with a passion for translational research and regenerative medicine. He's passionate and skilled stem cell biologist focusing on translational research. We will learn more about it, what's it all about. His PhD in biotechnology and postdoctoral experiences from world-renowned institutes like the Johns Hopkins University and IIT Bombay have equipped him with the knowledge and expertise to make innovative strides in regenerative medicines. I'm going to quickly go ahead and read about his accomplishments as an academician. He has held faculty positions at esteemed institutes like the Defense Institute of Advanced Technology and Manipal University. He's had a strong track record in grant writing, fund acquisition, and research consultancies. His inquisitive personality resulted in a strong publication track record with over 40 national and international papers, 4 invited book chapters, and 2 filed Indian patents. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start with this interview and learn more about Sachin Kadam, who is a PhD. I'm just been wanting to call him doctor, but he said not to. So, let's call him a scholar in stem cell technology as well. So, welcome again to the Sash's Corner, Sachin Kadam. And let's start with your journey from your childhood. In terms of how was your childhood as a student? How was your childhood as a child? And what school did you go with? And how did, well, STEM technology is something different. Obviously, it may have evolved during your studies and stuff like that. So let's begin with your childhood first.
Thank you, Sachin. It's like Karthik calling Karthik. So, Sachin interviewing Sachin. It's pleasure to be here, and thank you for a very extensive introduction. Uh, it's pleasure to be here on this platform, talking about my childhood. Born and brought up in Mumbai, a typical middle class family. Started my education in Vikas High School, which is in Vikroli, Kannamba Nagar, Mumbai. I did my all education, like right from junior KG till 10th standard in Marathi medium. Uh, as a student, I was bright, but yeah, not in top three. But yeah, I always used to be in top five in my school. Uh, uh, I don't know, like it was like I was very privileged to have a wonderful set of teachers. Like those teachers, they never consider us as a student, but they always treat us as their own child, and whatever education they have given us, like more than education, what we call as sanskar, that is what I have got it from my teachers, and uh, they never there was not a single setback from my school that in terms of education, extracurricular activities, sports, uh, Vikas High School is a renowned school. During my time period, there used to be a merit list, and at least 3, 4 students used to be from our school. Who used to be top in merit SSC merit list. So education-wise, like no doubt, the school was pretty good. Uh, Along with education, there used to be yoga classes, some sorts of exercises, and it was forced, to all the students to attend those classes. Uh, Based on your liking, teacher used to select us, and like there used to be various competitions which they used to ask us to participate. So, essay reading or some sorts of a reading competition, storytelling competition. These are some of the competitions which I always participated in. Apart from studies, I'm still good in, and that's one of my hobby. Like I'm good at sketching and drawing. So I have participated in many like national competitions related to drawing, and I have won a few of them, like Camlin drawing competition and etc.
Wow.
So yeah, so schooling was it was good. Fortunately, uh, it was not forced that we have to study. It just happened, and uh, like when I said I'm a studious, but it was not that studious. Like our school used to be at starts at around 12:30. So we all friends used to be gathered near school at around 12 o'clock, play cricket, then go inside school. Even after 5:30, once the school is over, we used to play and then go back to home. So study was never forced to us. It just happened with the flow. So yeah, like I think I'm lucky to have parents and teachers, who gave us something which we cannot replace, and that is how to behave and be in the society, which is more important than education, I guess.
Two quick questions I have around your schooling. One is, you said you are from Marathi medium, and how did language play an important role? Was it difficult in terms of, you know, getting from Marathi to English, especially during your college days? How was that journey? And two, how was the situation and environment around your family, in terms of the kind of environment they may have, created for you to go ahead with your studies and stuff like that?
Yeah. So as I have told you, I have never been forced to do any. Like I was free to choose my career path. Like it was not forced on me that I have to be a doctor, or engineer. But yeah, my uncle, my father's younger brother, he was a doctor. So I grew up looking at him, and I always wanted to be a doctor. So like
But you're a different
fortunately.
doctor now.
Yeah, it was like I did got through medicine, but
Yeah,
not the college which I wanted. And then I decided, like, rather if not this doctor, then I should still stick to some part of medicine and take a PhD degree and like have that DR in front of my name. So that
yeah,
was one thing, and which I'm proud that I have succeeded into that. The transition from Marathi medium to English medium was actually little difficult during my first year of college, because it was a cultural shock, you can say. Uh, everything changes from Marathi to English, and collecting those words, understanding the meaning of each and every word. It was little difficult, but fortunately for science, like like you can cope up. So first year was little difficult, but yeah, 12th standard onwards, I could cope up with the this particular transition. And again, like I was fortunate enough to have a very good bunch of friends who were from English medium. So they never, made me feel embarrassed if I go and ask them, like, oh, I didn't understood this, and I really want to know the meaning of this, or what does this mean?
yeah.
So yeah, so they came over, and they have explained me the exact way how I should be understanding that
Right.
particular thing, the meaning of that. So it was good, like so I could cope up with that particular transition.
I think more than the embarrassment, it's more to do with the understanding of the subject and the topic. And I
Yeah,
think you being from Marathi medium, probably the foundation was pretty strong. It
yeah,
just that the language changed in terms of, different word to a different word that you had in your mind, right?
that's
So
true.
it's really not about the embarrassment or the English per se, but I think it's more to do with the understanding and mastery over the subject pretty well.
Yeah,
I
I,
think
I agree, but
expressing that would have been easy for you, right?
that's true, but I agree. When I talk about embarrassment, like there were a couple of guys in my class who used to laugh at me, like, oh, don't you know this is so simple and you don't
Oh,
even know this. So yeah, in the beginning, there was some sorts of embarrassment, but when I shifted my focus from these guys to my friends who were helping me, yeah, like things happened pretty easy way, and it looks very simple later on.
right. And because your mother tongue definitely is something that's like it's your mother tongue, it's your first
Yeah,
language, and I'm sure it helps you nurture your understanding better, and then it's more like a fulfilling way of learning things. Because at times, even if a person is from English medium at times or a convent for that matter, not necessarily they really know the right word to use at the right time. It's just that sometimes I've heard so many people that so many students rather. I'm not going to use the word students, but people in particular that they use some words so loosely may not be the case that they're using the right word at the right time. So that's why I think it's from my point of view, it's more of mastering your foundation, and
that's true.
your mother tongue definitely helps.
Yeah.
Um, Coming toward the college days of yours, what college did you go to, and how was your college life? What made you, before getting into the college, I would say during your 8, 9, 10, because these are the important years for a student per se, before getting into, I mean, these are your high school days.
Yeah.
So when did you actually start getting really serious about what you want to go ahead and pursue? And what was the idea behind becoming what you are today? Or is it something that got evolved slowly and steadily after 12, but before getting into 11, I'm sure there's something that was in your mind, and accordingly, you may have started working toward, right? And what subjects and stuff like that.
So during school, science was always my favorite subject, and as I've already earlier mentioned, like I grew up looking at my uncle who was a doctor and wanted to be a
Yeah.
doctor. So like right from I think third, fourth standard, I had decided that I wanted to be a doctor. During 8th, 9th, 10th, as you have likely said, in that particular era, uh, my school played a really important role. They separated out bunch of 15 students, and we used to have classes
Yeah.
starting at 10 o'clock going up to 8 o'clock. We were not allowed to take any private coaching, so it was like school who used to teach us, and they have put some extra efforts in like getting out that particular player from us. So yeah, like all these 3 years were pretty critical, and school helped us achieving our goal. uh, Talking about the college, I 11, 12, I have completed from Ram Nivas Riya Junior College, which is one of the topmost college in Mumbai. So yeah, during that period also, like again, science was it was really good. I should say, like I was good in science, physics, chemistry, biology. Mathematics was never my favorite subject, but
I'm going to
still.
pause you here because there's something that students are very inquisitive about, especially people who want to go to medicine. But,
Mhm.
math is something going to be a part of your life until
Yes.
11 and 12 as well, probably, right? Um, so, how do you tackle math?
Although it was not my favorite subject, but yeah, like I forced myself to understand all hyperbola, parabola, circles, and all the formulas, surds, trigonometry, and everything. But yeah, like when I studied mathematics, I was pretty sure, the topic which I was thorough with, I prepared them in a way that I will not lose a single mark, even no matter what question comes from those topics. There were certain topics which I was not so sure of. I tried, coping up with those particular subject to the level that at least the known questions from the previous year question paper. I had jotted down few common questions which have been repeatedly asked in earlier question papers, and then prepared those question papers. So this is the way I have actually studied maths, and you won't believe I was very happy after my mathematics paper that this is the end of mathematics, and I will not have maths. At least not this examination I have to appear for. But yeah, like maths, as you have said, it's always there. Like even during the further studies, the mathematics which I have studied during my especially 10th, 11th, 12th, it reflected even in physics or some parts of chemistry
Yeah,
also. So
that's
yeah,
a great trick and tip, actually. I'm
yeah,
definitely sure this thing will help students to prepare strategically for math who do not want to go for medicine, who do not want to go for engineering, but not really liking the subject, and may be able to balance the scores as well accordingly. So, because a lot of, especially, I don't know why, but is it genetic or is it in the, I don't know. I shouldn't be calling it, I will be termed as racist if I say so. A lot of girls don't like math, and a lot of boys, they're fine with math. And because probably they want to go for medicine, vice versa. A lot of boys want to go pursue the engineering. Uh, I don't want to get tagged, but this is what it is what I've heard from a lot of students that I've been interacting with. The first thing that
okay.
comes from the girls, group is we hate math, and we don't know why. Does it still exist? Because we don't want to pursue it further. So, but we are like, you will have to score something and balance it out.
Okay.
So this
I
trick will
don't know.
definitely help. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but during my school time, the bunch of girls, it was exactly opposite. There were many boys who never liked maths, and there were, many girls who used to top in maths, and maths was
Wow.
their favorite subject. So yeah, it again depends on
Yeah.
personal choices, I guess, rather than
True.
gender biasing. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be
Yeah.
biased. So, okay. So that was about your high school, and then a little bit about your 11 and 12.
Yeah. So
Just wanting to understand, so 11 and 12, of course, 9, 10, 11, 12, the most important, crucial years, I would say. Is it okay to say these are the really the most crucial years, or is it something that You don't need to really get tensed about it. Study as you usually do, but probably pay a little more attention because these are the probably years that will define you to get into the kind of stream or faculty you want to pursue further in the future. So,
That's
do
true.
you have any comments around it?
You're absolutely right. Like, I would not call these 11th, 12th as very crucial years, but yeah, they are the decision-making year, in which direction you want to take your career in future. Uh, uh, Talking about the seriousness one should put into 11th, 12th, like I have seen people, who never opt for very high rank college during 11th, 12th. They have just, opted for uh, okayish college during 11th, 12th, and they mainly concentrate on self studies and the coaching classes and have scored whatever marks they are looking out for. Uh, During my period, like, yeah, like, 11th, 12th marks, at least 12th standard marks used to carry some, not some, but major weightage in deciding factors for engineering and medicine because we never had NEET or common entrance engineering test during that particular time. Like we did had some entrance test for PMT pre-medical test for all over India admissions, and a few engineering colleges had their set of entrance tests like IIT, but the way now NEET, the engineering college test, IITs, JEE, so all these tests are generally decision making, makers in your career path. So I don't think we should be giving that much weightage for 11th, 12th. What I would suggest is one should be thorough with their basics, rather than trying to score uh, high marks during 11th and 12th. Because if you mug up your subject, I'm very sure, like, you'll score above 90%. But mugging up is not going to solve your problem because these entrance tests nowadays, which government has introduced, like, they actually test your ability to think and solve the problem. So unless and until your basics is very clear, I don't think you'll be able to succeed in these tests. So yeah, like, considering this particular generation, I would suggest, like, or I would say that 11, 12 do have some importance, but one should not take it that seriously, like, that I have to score above 90, but one should understand the subject, try to clear their basic because this is the foundation on which your entire building is going to, or structure is going to get erected on. So this is more important, right?
So that was during 19 what year of the time when you did not have NETs?
1995 is when I completed my 12th standard.
So